In this brief lesson, I'm going to discuss one of the very best ways to save money on the cost of college. Namely, work for a company that will pay for college. Back when I was in college, I worked for Georgia Power Company part of the time and the Air Force the rest of the time. At Georgia Power Company, they paid 100% of the fees and 80% of the tuition. The only requirement was I pass the courses. They did not pay for textbooks. In the Air Force, they paid 100% of both the fees and tuition, again, as long as I passed the courses. Like Georgia Power Company, they did not pay for textbooks. Many medium to large companies do this. In fact, I would venture a guess that most of them offer some form of tuition reimbursement program. If you work for a company that does, there are a few things you might run into. Most of the companies do not pay directly. Rather, you have to prepay and take the courses. They then reimburse you once you turn in your grades. And I've never heard of a company that would reimburse you if you failed or withdrew from the course. In other words, pass or pay yourself. Many companies pay the full cost of the fees, but use a sliding scale for tuition. The most common is 80% for a C, 90% for a B, and 100% for an A. They typically pay nothing for a W, WF, D, or F. Neither Georgia Power Company nor the Air Force cared what I was majoring in. I was working in a blue-collar job and majoring in mathematics. However, many companies require that the courses or majors have at least some connection to your job. Some companies will require you to reimburse them if you leave the company too soon after getting your education. It is common to require you to stay there a year or two after your last reimbursement. Many of the companies that offer tuition reimbursement only offer it to full-time employees. Many, but not all. Both UPS and Walmart allow their part-time employees to use their plan, for example. It is not uncommon for companies to cap the amount they will reimburse. Some caps are per semester, others per year, and a few a maximum total amount. While a few programs cover textbooks, most do not. Some programs require that you attend a specific college. For example, Starbucks employees can only study at Arizona State University's online program, and Walmart only reimburses for an American public university. It's easy to see what employees get out of tuition reimbursement, but what do companies get? Why in the world would they pay for their employees to go to college? After all, when you graduate, you might leave. I left Georgia Power Company weeks after completing my PhD. There are 4 big benefits to companies. 1. Better employees. Tuition reimbursement telegraphs to potential employees that the company cares about their employees. That, in turn, makes good employees want to work there. That makes it easier to attract top talent. 2. Lower turnover. This is a benefit that can be worth thousands of dollars a year. That is hard to walk away from. 3. Higher productivity. There's a ton of research showing that better educated workers are more productive, make fewer mistakes, and have fewer disciplinary problems. And 4. Tax breaks. In fact, the U.S. government will reimburse the companies $5,250 per employee per year for educational expenses. And if the degree is related to your job, the government reimbursement will be higher. While we're on the subject of taxes, I should note that under Section 127 of the Tax Code, the reimbursement is not taxable for the employee. In other words, it is tax-free money. Since most companies require you to work full-time to qualify for tuition reimbursement, I think you're better off skipping it and graduating faster. However, if you absolutely must work full-time while in college, like I did, working for a company with tuition reimbursement can save you a bunch of money.